Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
No problem. Come on by. Crew. Big dog. Oh, man, you was just like so little last time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, if you come back here, let me know. No pressure. I know.
I'm pretty bad about following up, but I'm super glad we stopped, and
Yeah, me too.
staying in your backyard was perfect. And
Good.
Yeah.
All right. We are back from our massive Alaska trip in 2023. It's a trip that I've been planning since probably 2019, but then in 2020, as you know, the scamdemic hit, and Justin Turdo wouldn't let us go up through his country. So we waited and stalled, and we went to Florida instead in 2020, which was a good trip, but now we got around to doing the big one. Had a good time, went through all the things you could imagine. Preparation took months and months and thousands of dollars getting everything ready. My 16-year-old son came with us, had his motorcycle license for 2 months by the time we hit the road, and he did awesome, just did amazing. I'm sure he learned so much, carried his own weight, and went through good and hard and challenging times just like we did, and I couldn't ask for more. What a stud. We went up through United States, up through Washington, into Canada, and then got to Banff National Park. I was excited for Banff, and it was pretty. There's way too many humans there, so super busy there, and didn't spend a ton of time kicking around Banff, so we got out of there, and then we went to Jasper.
That's a good idea. Is that video?
totally a video.
What's that?
Totally a video.
So you'll have to give that to me.
Jasper was a surprise to me because it's every bit as pretty as Banff without all the humans, which was excellent as far as I'm concerned. So that was a real surprise for me, and I'd go back there for sure. Then we just kept cruising up through Canada, met amazing people along the way, had some great experiences, saw tons of bear and moose, and the weather was great all the way until we got to Alaska. we were out on the road for almost 4 weeks and did mostly camping. We stayed at hotels a few times to get a shower and do some laundry and a few things like that, do some work on the bikes. But it really was amazing to me the amount of camping opportunities that we had. There's just, along that Alaskan highway, there's just campsites everywhere. You can kind of pick the destination you want to get to for the day and pretty well count on finding a campsite somewhere close to that, which is a major benefit. You don't have to have super refined plans. After seeing so many bear on the route, we were concerned with our camp plans that we'd have trouble with them, but we took proper precautions and never really had any issues with them. We had some bear spray and just tried to be smart about what we were doing, and it just wasn't an issue. So it's a good thing that I didn't have a bear eat my liver. All right, you're in the family video now, my friends.
Oh, I was getting out of your way.
No, we like to memorialize you.
There you go. That's right. Welcome to the oasis of British Columbia.
The further north we got, the roads got rougher and rougher, and there was constant road construction all along the way. It's always sitting in traffic waiting for the construction crews to get things sorted out, and then we could move along. Some of those rough roads caused some trouble with one of the bikes where we had to have the forks rebuilt because the fork seals started leaking real bad, which we got all the way to Fairbanks to get that done, but it became a bit of an issue and had to be repaired before we hit the Dalton Highway.
Why? Hey, I pulled that out a long time ago.
What, are you videoing?
Yeah,
I gotta
video.
do dance.
We're ready to go. What should I Come on, crew! All right.
Once we got the bike sorted out in Fairbanks, we were at the gateway to the Dalton Highway, and we were ready to hit that sucker. We pretty well knew what to expect. We'd watched all the videos and had extra fuel and everything ready to go. Paid our fees, booked hotels. The one thing that we felt like we couldn't handle would be the rain because of the material, the minerals they put on the road to keep the dust down. It turns absolutely slimy once it gets wet. We were able to get to the Dalton Highway, get to the Arctic Circle, and get to Coldfoot, and that's when the weather changed, and it was nothing that was even in the forecast, so we just had to figure it out from there. After having dinner in Coldfoot, we decided at 5 p.m. that we would turn around and head back to Fairbanks. The main goal was to get to the Arctic Ocean, of course, and that never happened, unfortunately. But we got pretty far, and probably better off not putting ourselves into a terrible situation that could have got us stuck somewhere for multiple days that we weren't prepared for.
We haven't done that before.
We have done that this whole trip.
Walking. We're walking. Where's the motorcycles? Oh no.
So many times when you're looking at a map to see where you're going, you have some understanding of where you're going to be, but then you get there and you see what it actually is, and the map does not give you any idea of the landscape. And Kenai Peninsula was one of those. As we made our way down to Homer, I was just shocked by the beauty of this place. Really, really pretty.
They look like killer whales, but like solid inside birds.
Oh wow.
Like black and white, and they're extremely fast. You see them like roots.
You got one, Crew? No. Oh, who's bringing it up?
They did get one. Did you see it?
Yeah, I got one. They lost it.
You lost it?
Yeah, no, I didn't lose it. She lost it.
Oh man.
It's gotta be on.
This is gonna take like a year.
the sweet and hot and the hot.
Getting up to Glacier View was a great ride, and we tried to get down to the glacier, but somehow they closed the glacier. I'm not sure how you close a glacier, but we weren't able to get on the road that got down to it, so my cousin fortunately had a drone, and he was able to get his drone all the way out to the glacier, and we got a view of it that way. Really pretty incredible.
Ryan's my cousin.
Yeah.
Mike is my son. Perfect. Yeah. Matt Garner's the man.
Oh yeah.
I know the city.
Okay.
And so, I mean, this is a big stretch for me to get a month off.
Oh, I've only done that once in my life.
So the month is probably stretching it.
Yeah. Even me taking a week off. My job. Well, I mean, it's not hard.
What do you think?
I work at an auto auction, like wholesale.
Oh, really?
It's where dealerships buy and sell cars for each other.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, okay, cool.
hey,
Yeah.
very nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, pleasure.
My man, I'm a hugger.
Good
I'm a
cross shape,
hugger.
man.
There you go. Do it. Safety third.
I'm gonna exactly.
I would say safety
After
second.
fun and irresponsibility is what I
No,
say.
it's fun and memories, then safety. Otherwise,
okay,
nobody
so-
can leave the house.
No, it's fun, safety.
Fun, double.
Hey,
Fun
I'll
break.
I've been telling Steve all the time. I didn't come here to argue. I came here to fun.
That's right.
had an honorary motorcycle rider on this trip. It was my dad. He was sitting at home watching the GPS broadcast go out, watching where we were stopping and staying, and we'd call him regularly during the trip and just talk to him about it. And he could see where we were at, what we were doing, and even as we had issues and challenges, motorcycle breakdowns and troubles, he was there helping us sort through all of those things. He's gotten older and certainly couldn't make a trip like this, but he's ridden motorcycles his entire life, and he's a wealth of knowledge. And even though he wasn't with us physically, it was certainly fun to have him along for the trip in a unusual way, and I think it meant a lot to him as well. Everybody has a travel style that they enjoy or favor, and certainly I'm a little bit goofy, and that's okay as long as you find people that can put up with your crap and help put in where you're deficient and where you can help them where they're deficient, and you can really make a great trip with the right mix of people. It's excellent to have my son along and my cousin. We've traveled together on a couple other trips, and it's really a good time. This life is pretty short, probably shorter than we realize, and it's good to get out and see these beautiful places on this earth that we really wouldn't see otherwise. So glad to have the opportunity to be able to take advantage of getting out into nature, getting out into remote parts of the world and seeing some amazing things. And we'll start preparing for the next one and see where that takes us. But for me, motorcycle travel is one of the best ways to do it. Wish my wife could come and do that, but her and I do a different type of travel together, and that's okay too. So anyway, hopefully this is enjoyable to more people than just myself, and that is it for now.